There you go.
Hello, team.
Hello.
How are we doing?
Good. How are you?
Oh, good. Oh, girl, those aren't that bad of a color.
I really like them.
Are they
They,
comfortable?
yeah, they're super comfortable.
Okay.
Like they're really light.
Okay.
My only qualm, it's free ride equestrian.
Okay.
Apparently
Yep.
I'm in a double XL in free ride, and I was like, I've been working very hard to make sure I'm not a double XL in anything, but you know?
Okay, well, they're kind of like the tight breeches, right? Like they're like
Yeah.
workout tights kind of. Okay. I have a pair of those and I quite like them. Sometimes I feel like I'm not totally in riding pants sometimes. I don't know if that's
Yeah.
like a good or a bad thing, but like for
Yeah.
me, I'm just so used to like riding pants that sometimes I'm like, oh God, are these like enough? Like, I don't know. Um,
Yeah.
but they are comfortable. They are very comfortable.
Yeah. So this is the second time I've ridden in them. And
Okay,
yeah, they're great. They are, I mean,
good.
since I usually ride in like tights and leggings and stuff, they're definitely closer to what I'm used to. Um, I think you recommended Brave Pants Company,
Yeah, yeah.
and I ordered a pair of like my white show breeches I ordered from them.
Woo! Love
And
it.
yeah, those are on the way. So,
Yay!
and then yeah, my helmet is here. I rode in that the other day and it fits great.
Awesome.
Um, my
Are the tall boots
boots,
there?
yes.
Okay.
My right calf is bigger than my left apparently because the right boot is a little bit tighter. And
Okay.
so
Okay.
I, so far they're great. I started in them today and I was like, I think I need to wear them around the house a little bit more and break them in a little bit more before I ride in them. So just gonna keep
So,
doing that. But like the left one felt really good. The right one is still just a little bit tight.
okay. Another tip that you can do is take like a leather conditioner, like a good leather conditioner if you have it, and like
Uh-huh.
slather the heck out of it before you wear them because it'll soften
Gotcha.
the leather and like help break them in a little bit faster.
Awesome.
Some people put like straight olive oil. I don't do that. I think that's like a little bit excessive. But
Yeah.
if you like you don't even have to like clean them, but like put a little cleaner and then condition the heck out of them and start to walk around in them. And it'll help like
Gotcha.
around your ankle and kind of like on the back of your heel and stuff like that. Just make the
Yeah.
leather not so stiff. Um,
Awesome.
but it doesn't surprise me. Like we all have a bigger calf, like a more dominant leg, right? I mean, that's kind of
Yeah.
like the whole thing, even with horses. So, it doesn't totally shock me, but yes, I'm glad you're wearing them around the house. Good job. I like this. I like this a lot. But good. So you have pretty much everything there then.
Yeah, I
Whew.
ordered my coat is supposed to be here this week. I bought
Okay.
like everything is ordered
Okay.
and most of it should be here like relatively soon. So
Good.
I
Okay.
bought a couple belts. I'm wearing a belt. I'm like, bro, I haven't dressed up this much to ride at home in years.
Oh my God, I
But
love it.
yeah,
I would
like I
say
said in my text, I was like, we're gonna dress for the job we want. So if that means,
that you are. That you are.
you know, it's fun.
Um,
Right,
did all the
Sophie?
pictures?
She's like,
Yes,
whatever.
she's like, Did all the pictures of the trailer come through?
Yes, they did. I got
Okay.
8 of them
Okay, perfect.
from the
I'm
outside.
sorry that there's nothing really of the inside. I will take
That's
inside
fine.
pictures. Bless his soul, he just did the task that I asked him to do, which didn't involve bringing the trailer key. And I like not that
Oh,
I
I
mean
love
it's in
it.
like a private lot, but I always like lock my dressing room just because I have like
Yeah.
another saddle and stuff in there. So as soon as I get back, I will take some photos of the inside for you and then like the horse
Okay.
compartment. And then obviously like I want to power wash the inside and like take the shavings out and all that stuff. But you
Cool.
get kind of a gist. Like it is full,
Yeah.
like there has been draft horses in there. So I know absolutely certain she will fit, like with headroom. And like
Awesome.
and then the actual divider itself um is like fully adjustable, so you can like
Oh,
give her
sweet.
more space, and then there's like different slots to kind of slide it into. So like you could
Nice.
almost make it, I mean, it's not going to be like a box stall, but you could make it like quite
Yeah.
wide depending,
Cool.
which is really, really nice for like the bigger horses. And then like the dressing room area, like I said, on the gooseneck section, it's like fully carpeted up top. And
Nice.
then there's like, I think it's a 20-gallon water tank in the corner behind the saddle racks. Um,
Cool.
and then there's two saddle racks in the corner, and then there's two additional mounted to the side of the trailer that are like metal, and you can like drop them down and make them flat. And then
Nice.
there's more. I never even used all the hooks. There's more hooks than you even know like what to do with. So as soon as I get back, I will take photos for you. Um,
Awesome.
and then so I know it's like kind of off your timeline, but you do think you probably think then you'll get a bigger truck this summer then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I,
Cool.
yeah, that totally works for me. It's like the money that I was putting into savings will just be a truck payment instead, which is totally fine for me because it was savings for the truck anyway. So,
Okay. Good. Good. I just want to make
yeah.
sure I'm not like totally throwing you off your game.
No,
Are
no.
you're looking at like a 250, right? Like,
Yeah, 3/4 ton
okay.
for sure
Okay. Perfect.
with an
That
8 foot
will
bed.
be perfect. You'll be more than fine with that. Like I
Yeah.
think it said the gross vehicle trailer weight was like 3,100 pounds or 3,200 pounds, and that's
Oh, sweet.
like, I mean, you'll have like plenty of towing capacity with 250 for sure. Um,
Perfect.
so yeah, I mean, after like when I get back and I get it cleaned, let's kind of talk more seriously because I mean, obviously you have to get her here for the show.
Mm-hmm.
So then like if you want to look at it in person or just like trying to figure out then like when you would want to come pick it up or something like that. Or
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking, I just don't know like cost effective wise, but I'm like, well, if I'm going to come for a clinic, I technically could haul it out and then I'm just driving. Um,
Uh-huh.
but we can kind of talk about that and see because it's really going to depend. Like
Yeah.
if the flight is cheaper than fuel prices at that point, like I think it would be better to fly would be like a better
Yeah,
option, obviously.
totally.
um and then we could figure out another time that you like drive over with your truck. And so the thing is like if you're depending on what year of truck you're kind of looking at, so some of like the older, like I would say prior to 2012 trucks
Uh-huh.
sit a little bit lower, and some of the newer trucks are just like stock higher, like it looks like you have a lift but you don't really. So
Gotcha.
I did like the trailer, it like the whole frame is lifted like 2 inches because my truck was so tall. um
Gotcha.
that I had to lift it, but you can drop the gooseneck portion down basically. So that would be the
Okay.
biggest thing to look at. And so if you're looking at trucks, if it looks like it's a little bit taller than like what your current truck is,
Uh-huh.
you're going to be fine because the trailer sits a little bit taller anyway. What we want to make sure is that it's
Fantastic.
not riding like either low seated in the back or low seated into the bed of your truck. Like you want it obviously as level as you possibly can. Um,
Gotcha.
so that's going to be the only thing. Like when you're looking at ages of trucks, like just see kind of, I can also measure like how tall because you want a minimum, or excuse me, yeah, minimum, I think it's 4 or 5 inch clearance between the bottom of the gooseneck and the top of your bed, so that when you go through like dips and stuff, it doesn't munch the side of your bed when the trailer drops down. Um,
Gotcha.
so that'll be like the biggest thing is we need to, I can measure the height of my truck. And if you're like anywhere in that realm, you're going to be fine. It'll just be more
Okay.
like if it sits super, super low, we just have to make sure that the gooseneck portion is adjustable enough to like drop down that far where A, you're not compromising the security of like the gooseneck hitch in itself to the trailer,
Right.
and B,
Uh-huh.
it's not like dumping over the tailgate into your truck bed, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
um
Yeah.
so I'll get a measurement on my truck, so when you're looking, if it's like somewhere in that realm, because technically I just have like stiffer shocks on mine, so it sits a little bit bigger, like it looks lifted but it's not, like there's no actual frame lift or anything like that.
Uh-huh.
But I just have like, they're called progressive shocks, so it rides smoother like over dirt roads and stuff like that.
Nice.
Um, But yeah, so that'll be the biggest thing is, and I'll get a measurement of my truck bed so you have an idea, or like the height of the truck bed so you have an idea of
Okay.
where to look at. Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay. All right, Miss. So, all right, is she pretty warmed up at this point?
Yes.
Okay, super. And she was good for you yesterday, so that's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on.
So when you're ready, then let's go ahead and put her to the trot. Let me just kind of see her move around, and then we'll build a little bit off of that.
Cool, cool.
Okay.
She's definitely, I don't know if stiffer or what, but like there's a noticeable difference to the
Okay.
left.
Okay.
There you go.
Do you feel it more like in her hind end?
Yeah, I definitely,
Okay.
I don't know if it's like her back or her maybe it's, it's injection time, so she's feeling it a little bit, but
Yep. Because we were looking at that like coming into May, right? It was like going to be second week-ish of
it's
May that you could get in, third week.
ideally, but the girl that was most highest recommended is June 10th.
Oh, that's
So
right. Okay.
that's, yeah, so it was later.
Okay. Okay. So let's just give her a minute. So in the longer frame here in the trot, I want you to see if you can keep her a little bit longer in the frame. Watch that her pole isn't getting too low, but see if you,
Okay.
get her to like open up the trot a little bit. And think about even on your little circles as you're going around or like coming into the corner. I want you to think of those 2 steps off the inside leg and then ask for a little bit more trot. And then 2 steps off the inside leg and then a few steps forward. And see if we can't get her pushing a little bit more from the hind end without shortening the
Gotcha.
frame so much. Okay. And then, like, when she has that longer frame, it's fine if her neck is out and her nose is a little bit above the vertical. Just watch there that her
Uh-huh.
pole isn't dropping too low, right? So if her
Gotcha.
pole gets below the wither, then I want you to ask, like, close your leg at the girth and ask her to pick her head up a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. So she looks to me like she's tracking up pretty evenly behind. She's not like short
Okay.
stepping in one leg versus another, but let's change
Good.
directions and go to the right and I can see if she's tracking up to the right.
Okay. Come on, I know.
Yep. So think here now, push her off of the left a little bit. Make sure she's not leaning in the turn. And then even though you're doing a little bit lower, longer frame, watch that the hands aren't getting too wide and coming down towards your knee, right? So
Okay.
if she's going to take the rein out, that's fine, but think about keeping hands a little bit closer to her withers there. Yep.
Gotcha.
Good. And then the camera is just lagging a teeny bit here, so keep trotting just so I can like get a clearer view of her tracking up. So maybe this direction, like just not quite pushing as much with that right hind leg. She might be just a little short stepping in the right hind. So on your circle here, I want you to think you're going to not spiral in so much, but I want you to think about now taking your 20-meter circle and bringing it down to like 18 meters.
Okay.
And then on the 18-meter circle, think that your right leg stays forward at the girth. Good. Give yourself a little bit of space on all the rail sides of the arena. Good. And then you're going to take that 18-meter circle and push her back out to the 20-meter circle. Really get her to step under with that right hind leg. So now your right leg is going to come back slightly. Push the haunches over. There you go. Good. And then when you feel her step off of that right leg, then you're going to straighten her and ask for a little bit more trot. Good. There you go. Good. Good. And then watch the pull there. So keep fingers closed and feel like when you push the trot out, keep your fingers closed there and ask her to lift her withers a little bit. Yep. Good. And then bring her back in. Now you're going to go for like 15 meters. So now as she comes in, think about keeping upper body tall, fingers closed. Right leg is forward at the girth there, asking her to lift up that right shoulder a little bit. Good. And then you're going to push her over back to your 20-meter circle. No lower in the pole than that. There you go. So now make it a little bit bigger. Right leg comes back, pushing the haunches over. Yeah, good, good. Yep. And then stay steady there in the outside rein. Think about putting a little bit of weight to your outside stirrup so that or like softening your outside leg so she has a place to come.
Good.
There you go. Yep. Yep. Okay. How does that trot feel?
Better. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little bit better there. Good. And then do that one more time. So bring her into the 15-meter circle. Good. Now think here. Give her a little bit of a half halt on the outside rein and ask her to pick her head up just a little bit. So shorten your reins like an inch. And then now you're going to take a hold on your outside rein, kind of bring your outside elbow back towards your hip, and then close your inside leg at the girth. There.
There you go. Good
Good.
girl.
Good. And then push her back out to your 20-meter circle. Keep her kind of in that frame there. So as you push her out, think a little squeeze on your outside ring finger. Yeah, that's better in her pull there. Good.
There, Mare.
Yep.
There you go.
And then push her over. Good. Really think your inside leg comes back here. Exaggerate your leg coming back and get the haunches to come out. There you go. Yeah. Good, good. And then right leg comes forward. And you ask for a little bit bigger trot. Good.
Yes, ma'am.
Good answer.
Yes,
Good.
ma'am.
Good. And then you're going to come down your long side and you're going to go for a little shoulder forward. Not crazy angle.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so think that your inside leg is going to stay forward there at the girth. Little half halt here in the outside rein. Pick her up again. There we go. Good. Good. So there, I don't mind that she stayed straight, but I want a little bit more bend around your inside leg, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so right leg forward. Good. Little half halt outside rein. Close your inside leg again. Yeah. There you go.
Good girl.
Good. And then a little forward here. Change posting diagonal. Good. And then shoulder for right. Half halt outside rein. Close inside leg at the girth. Really think about keeping that right leg forward there.
Come on there.
Yeah, that's okay. So push her into it again. Come down your long side. Don't do shoulder forward. Just ride your long side and ask for a little bit bigger trot here. Good. Now as you come into the short end here, give your half halt. Close left ring finger. Close inside leg at the girth. There. Yep. Good. Now keep her here. And then your shoulder forward right. Really ride that right leg. The right leg almost has to work harder.
Uh-huh.
There you go. Yeah. Good. There you go, Julia. Better. And then down the long side. You're going to come into your corner here and you're going to change directions to the left. Good. This is better in her pull. Half halt again. Close right leg. So she just seems a little bit heavier today, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. So just keep working those half halts to where you feel like, okay, I can get her off of that outside rein a little bit quicker response to it.
Uh-huh.
Good. And then you're going to go shoulder for left. So now left leg forward.
Oh, there you
Good. Yeah, good girl. Good. And then straighten her here.
Good, Mare. Good job.
Good job. And then you're going to go down the long side and give your little half halt on your right rein. Good. Close left leg at the girth there. Ask her to keep her pull up. Good. And then shoulder for left one more time. That's good there in your upper body. Really try to stay strong there through your core so you're not letting her pull you forward and down. That's better. Good
Yeah.
girl. Good.
There. Oh, there you
There you
go.
go.
Good
Good.
job.
And then straighten her.
Good job.
Left leg forward. Make a little 10-meter half circle change of directions back to the rail that you were at. So looking over your left shoulder. Now soften a little left leg and then put right leg on. Good, and then change. Push her off of the right leg, and you're going to do shoulder forward one more time. Change posting diagonal, and then we're going to give her a little break. Right leg forward. So now really think, bump with the right leg. There, that's better there. Good girl. Good.
Yep.
Good, and then
Good
straight.
job. Good job.
Good, and then find somewhere and let her come to walk. Think fingers closed, but forearms and elbows soften into the walk. Stay tall, leg forward. Good girl. Let her have a long rein. So she's definitely a little bit stiffer in that right hind. She's just not quite wanting to like maneuver around your right leg today. So I know yesterday you guys did quite a bit of canter work, right? Like that was a hefty canter section day. So she might just be a little bit stiff kind of in that right hop. Where she's not quite wanting to like bend and come underneath. And it could be the stifle too. But we'll just be like a little bit generous in that right side today and like ask for it, but be a little bit lenient if you're not getting like that same angle that you're getting to the left today. Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay. You're heating your mom up there, girl.
I know, for real. The blue with the socks.
Oh yeah. Hey, at least there's a matching vibe going on. I like this. I'm here
We're
for
going
this.
full adult amateur today.
Oh my God, I love that. Yeah, so let's just let her catch her breath on that for a second. So I think what we should do is, since she's just a little bit underdone isn't the right word, but just a little bit more resistant to the right leg, I think let's get into the canter now while she's more fresh, and then we'll finish with a little bit more trot work. Okay?
Sweet.
So I think what I want to do, I like the exercise that you did with her yesterday, especially in that left lead canter, because the canter departs are going to be really important, right? Like keeping her soft, keeping her prompt off the leg. I think today, let's kind of work on those canter departs again, but this time we're going to see to the right if we can almost, so I want you to be very clear when I say bring her into like an 18-meter circle. I want you to ride a 20-meter circle, and then I want you to ride an 18-meter circle. So when you think of it that way, it's less about kind of pushing her off the outside aids and letting her fall over the inside shoulder. It's more about keeping her sitting on her hind end and making, like, consciously making a smaller circle to the right. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And we'll see kind of how she does with that. Now, if she starts to get really kind of fussy about the canter section, I think we back off of that a little bit today. Just because then I think she's been so agreeable for the last few weeks that if she's a little bit stiff and a little bit sore today, then we don't want to push that to where then she's just leaning and pulling you around the arena. Okay?
Yeah, for sure.
So the goal of the right lead canter is going to be to get your 20-meter circle, like a good working canter with her pull up. Really think about keeping your inside leg forward at the girth. And then you're going to bring her into that 18-meter circle. Now, when you come onto that 18-meter circle, that's where I almost want you to think about lifting that inside seat bone a little bit and think about lifting her shoulder with your right leg a little bit more. Okay. So when you lighten that seat bone, right, it gives her kind of a place to come into, and then you're not sitting to the outside necessarily. I don't want you to shift your weight and twist your upper body and collapse through that right side of your rib cage. I want you to still sit tall, but your right leg is going to have to work a little bit harder today to get her to keep that jump up underneath of you. Okay?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Okay. So let's go ahead. We'll pick her up again. So now think, all right, we've given her a minute. She's warmed up. Now we want to go for that like inch shorter rein. And this is where she's going to be a little bit heavier in the bridle today. So You're
Yeah.
not going to stiffen your elbow. You're not going to stiffen your forearm. I want you to keep a soft bend, but you're going to be really, really strong through your core and not let her pull you forward in the canter work. Okay.
Gotcha.
All right. So when you're ready, let's put her up to the trot again. So even think here, a little shoulder forward, kind of put that right hind underneath of her. So right leg is forward there. Yeah. Good girl. Good. And then right leg again. Now make her bend around that right leg there. Yeah.
There you go.
There
Good
you
girl.
go. Good. And then as you pass A, we'll call it A down there, you're going to pick up your trot. Okay. So prompt here when you put your leg on, it's 1, 2, 3, trotting.
I know it's the boys. Good girl.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Good girl.
Little devil thing.
I know.
Good. And then you're going to make a 20-meter circle down here. So now start to think, okay, you got to help her sit onto the hind end a little bit today. So you got to be really strong in the upper body. Fingers stay closed. Not death grip, but like a good closing on the rein there.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And then ride a couple half halts. Make sure you've got the half halt coming through. So squeeze outside rein, close inside leg at the girth, and be like, yep, you got to take a little bit more weight here on your hind end.
Yep.
There you go. Yeah. Good. And then next time you come around to the corner where mama and baby were, you're going to ask her to step into the right lead canter. Okay, so think nice activity here. No slower. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and right lead canter.
Yeah.
Yeah, good girl. Good. Okay, so now think here. You're riding your 20-meter circle. Keep the flexion to the right. And think a little bit of tap behind your right leg. Now you're going to come at C and make your 18-meter circle. So start to lift inside seat bone. Lower back is swinging. Right leg forward at the girth. Really think lift, 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 lift. Good girl. Good. Come. And then 20-meter circle. Good. Keep the flexion. Right rein. Come. Good. And then bigger, 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 bigger.
Yep.
Good. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Good. And then bring her back to your trot. Easy outside rein. Now think half halt. Sit her back. Come. There you go, Julia.
Good there.
Good. And then we're going to do that exercise one more time. So when you come into that corner where mama and baby were, you're going to pick up right lead canter.
Yes.
Good. Half halt here. Get your flexion to the right. And
yes.
Right.
Good girl.
And then now your 20-meter. Proper 20-meter. Yeah. Almost think about here kind of lifting that right rein. Just a teeny bit. Not crossing over, but lift up. There you go. And now your 18-meter circle. Keep that right hand just a little bit higher here. And now lifting inside seat bone. Come. Good girl. And then your 20-meter. Now really push her out here. Good. Right leg on. Keep coming. That's okay. Bring her back. Half halt. Now I want you to pick up your right lead canter one more time and ride your 20-meter circle.
Absolutely not.
Half halt here. And then now be insistent that she picks up right lead canter right away.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Now ride your 20-meter.
Yeah.
Right hand's a little bit high.
There.
Good. And then lifting. Lift right leg at the girth. Lift. Keep coming. Don't let her trot. Yes, Julia. And then back to your trot here. Low right hand now.
Good girl.
And downward. Good girl. Good. And then let her walk for a sec. Fingers closed. Soft elbow and forearm.
Good.
Good girl. Good. Let her walk for a sec.
There you go. Yes.
Yeah, so today you're just having to like do a little bit extra, okay? But that
Uh-huh.
doesn't mean that I want you to like squeeze and hold on her, okay? I still
Gotcha.
very
Yeah.
consciously want it to be like leg on, leg off. Now
Gotcha.
you have to ride through that part where she's like thinking, "Oh, we're going to trot here. We're going to trot here," right? And so
Uh-huh.
going a little past where you trotted last time keeps her a little bit more honest to what's happening, not just like, "Oh, I know the exercise and we're going to trot here in a sec," right?
Right. Yeah.
So now keep your medium walk. You're going to go across your little diagonal in a free walk. So keep
Okay.
this activity 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now you're going to think a little pushing haunches out, almost your little working turn on the forehand through this corner here. And then look for your diagonal line. Push haunches over, over,
Good.
over. Now soften all the way to the buckle and let her swing and walk. There you go, Julia.
Yes,
Good job.
ma'am. Yes,
Good.
ma'am.
And then as she comes and approaches the little corner here, now you're going to shorten her back up into your working walk.
Girl. Yep. We're going.
Good. So soft elbow, keep your lower back swinging, little bit rounder here in the bridle. And then out of your next corner, back into the trot. Little haunches out, working turn here. Come, and trot.
That's a
Good
mare. Good girl.
Very
Good
good.
girl.
Good. And then now you're going to make your 20-meter circle left. Check in that you've got the half halt there on the outside ring. Close inside leg at the girth.
Good girl.
Good. Now think push her off the left leg a couple steps and then a little bit bigger trot.
There.
There you go. Yeah. Keep fingers closed. Let her come up in the pole a little bit there. That's fine. Good. Good. And then when you come around to the corner here by the camera, you're going to pick up left lead. So now push her off the left leg. Get your left flexion. Off, 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 and canter.
Come
Come.
on.
There you go. Come. There you go. Okay, now think really lift left leg because she's making it harder on herself by getting too small there. Yeah.
There you go.
There, good. Make your 20-meter. Oh, the camera is just glitchy a little bit today. There you go. Good. Come.
Good girl.
Okay. Now your 18-meter. Be very conscious. Lift inside seat bone. Come, come, come. Good. And then 20-meter. There you go. Lift inside left leg at the girth. Lift, 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 lift. Good. Keep cantering past the camera and then bring her back to the
Come on, Sophie.
Come,
Yeah. Good.
Come. Good girl. Good. And then back to your trot.
Good job, Mama.
Easy.
Good job.
Good. And then let her walk for just a sec on that. Okay.
There you go.
Close
Good
fingers.
job.
Girl, pat her.
Good
And let her
job.
have a loose rein. So, and I think because yesterday, just knowing that the left lead was a little bit more challenging and then she's stepping just a teeny bit short with the right hind, I definitely think she's just a little bit stiff for whatever reason. You know, she's gone back to work. It's been building it up quite quick for her in that sense after some time off. So we're just going to like let her walk for a sec. You can let her go all the way around the arena and then we're going to do that exercise again to the left. Okay?
Perfect.
Okay. And even though she's taking your break here, still think about the walk. So you want to keep her soft, hands close to the withers there. And then see now down the long side, even as you walk over that pole, like show me a good free walk. So all the way to the buckle, feel that she swings left and right. Good. And then just like a little teasing in that rein just to see if she'll drop down in the pole. Not the end of the world. You'll get some judges that say you need to show more downward stretch. Some horses just don't offer the downward stretch like some of these warm bloods, right? So just think more than anything, like a good tempo, good ground covering forward walk where you're like totally at the buckle, just letting her be relaxed. Yeah, there you go. Good. And then out of the corner here. Now think, okay, I'm going to squeeze a little bit when I bump her belly with both of my legs. So right, left, squeeze, 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 squeeze. There you go. Yep. So that's the free walk you need on the diagonal. Okay.
Gotcha.
So don't wait until halfway across your diagonal, because it's literally like come out of the corner. By the first quarter line, you should have your free walk, because by the time you get to your second quarter line, you're starting to have to pick her up, right? For the medium walk.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you're going to start to shorten the rein back to your working walk. Good. Now think about keeping your neck long and still that same push. Right, left. Or I guess left, right. There you go. Good. Hands. Don't let them come down. There. Now close your fingers and kind of work the bit a little bit. Add a little leg here. Now come. Keep the activity. So if you change in that medium walk and she putters out, they're going to say that she tightens and stiffens a little bit, right? So I would rather her neck be a little bit longer and your rein a little bit longer and show like maybe not quite as drastic of a change, but the rhythm of the walk doesn't change. That's more important, okay?
Gotcha.
There you go. Good girl. Good. And then you're going to think a little shoulder for left. And then you're going to ask her to step into the trot. A little bit rounder there in the bridle. Good. Keep the left leg at the girth. Good girl. Good. Good. And then straighten her and into your trot.
Yep.
Good girl. Good. Now think here. You're going to make your 20-meter circle. You're going to come around. And I want you to think over 2, forward 2. So now think over, forward, forward. Over, forward, forward. Over, forward, forward. Good. There you go. That's a good answer. Good girl. And then a little pat on the inside ring.
Good girl.
Good. And then next time you come around to the corner by me, you're going to ask for your left lead canter again. So make sure the trot doesn't become any more underdone than this. You want to make it easy for her to step into it.
Right.
Keep the upper body super tall. Little flexion left. And left lead canter.
Come.
Good girl. Good. Now 20-meter circle. Good. Now think even in the bigger circle here that you lift 18 meters. Come. Good girl. You got it. Stick with it. Good girl. And then back to your 20-meter. Come. Little tap. Lift. Good. Come on. You got it. That's all right. So get her back. Now back into your 20-meter and left lead canter. So now you're going to be a little bit more insistent. Like I want you to give her a pony club kick now. Come. Yeah, there you go. Now get out of it. Ride your 20-meter. Think lift inside leg, lift inside seat bone. Lift inside leg, lift inside seat bone. Now kick here. Come. Shoulder trot. Yes. Come. Good girl.
Stay
good.
Out.
Good.
Go.
And then back to your trot. Easy. Good. Ease into it. Half halt, outside rein. Close inside leg. There you go. Good. Down your long side. Think a little leg yield off of the inside leg here down the rail. And then she moves over and forward for 2. Good girl. And then down your rail, little shoulder 4 left. Left leg forward. And you're going to pick up left lead canter one more time. 1 20-meter circle. Make it super good. There you go. Straighten her. Now keep your flexion left lead canter. Yes, good.
Come on,
now
there.
Try here.
There.
Come.
There.
Yep. Good. Now think left leg back just slightly and push her over. Really get after her. Come on. There you go. Good job, Julia. Good.
There, good
And then
girl.
back to your trot. Yes.
Pass it, pass it.
Ease into it. Yeah.
Good girl. That was good.
Good. Super.
Good girl.
Good. And then let her come to walk. There we go.
Good job.
Good. Pat her.
Good job, Sophie.
So you're being
Good
actually quite
job.
good in your position about not compromising it. But when she's totally blowing you off, like, yes, she's a little bit stiff. She's not lame. She's not doing any of that. So, like, get in a little bit and be like, no, no, no,
Yeah.
come on. Like, I'm not going to make you
Yeah.
hold it forever, but you got to, like, put in some effort here. Okay. And when
For
she's
sure.
doing that and she's just kind of like, ba-dum, 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 and just leaning and leaning and leaning, and you're putting your leg
Yeah.
on and nothing's happening, you've got to make it a little bit more of a clear, like, yo, mare, like, get off my inside leg, like a pony club kick. You're not going to hurt her. If you're going
Right.
there like whack, 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 I'd rather see you give a big kick than use your whip behind your leg and nothing's happening, right? Like,
Totally. Yeah.
we absolutely do not want her to become dull to the whip, okay?
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
the whip shouldn't be what's like keeping her in the canter, essentially. It can be like a forward aid, right, to support the leg. But if she's completely blowing it off, now we're creating a bigger problem where you're going to have to go whack, 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 and nothing's still happening, right? So we want to be like a little bit protective of that in the sense of I'd rather see you take your left leg, put it back, like towards the back of your saddle pad, and give her a thump. Be like, come on, like pay attention to me, okay?
Yeah. For
And
sure.
then get out of it. Like, don't stay there. You got to make the correction and then move on, right? We can't just harp and harp and harp. Otherwise, she's going to just completely ignore you at that point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So let her have a loose rein. Let her take a nice lap around. She's taking a breather, but still think about the kind of walk that you want to have. Good. Yeah. Good girl.
Good girl.
And then even in your free walk here, think about where your hands are at.
Good girl. There you go. Good girl. Yeah, I feel like I was definitely taught, like, when you want the horse to stretch down, you have to widen and lower your hands to, like, give them room to go down. So that, I think that's kind of
you're not wrong
where this is coming from.
A lot of people do that. But then think about it. Now you've taught your horse the only way to stretch forward and down is by having your hands out to your side like you're getting ready to take flight, right?
Yeah.
Well, you go into a test and you do that, like the judge is going to be like, what in the frick are you doing with your arms, right? So, yes, like I have also heard that. I used to do it all the time, like a little low wide hand to kind of funnel them into where you want them to go. And I do believe there's a place for that, but if that becomes the only aid you have, the only aid that you have, how does the horse understand that, like, because even right there, like you're at the buckle, your hands are close together. Yeah, she's maybe not super down and like out, or I would say her nose is fine. If we could get her to drop her pole a little bit more, that's great. The other trick that you can try a lot of times is like when you have your hands at the buckle with the longer rein, you just kind of think about like scratching her withers. That kind of encourages the horse sometimes to like stretch down a little bit with their neck, but you're not widening your hands. So whenever I drop the rein, I kind of will like scratch a little bit with the inside ring finger and then add with my fingers and then add a little leg and see if they'll come down a little bit that way. And then when you scratch, add a little bit of leg and say, yeah, now like relax, or you don't want to tell them to relax. Nobody relaxes when you say that to them, but but the idea is that someone says like relax and you're like, I'm fucking trying, dude, but like nothing's happening, you know? But sometimes if you just give those little scratches kind of on either side of her wither, it gets them to like let go a little bit in their neck. And it may not be that like, it's a lot like Larry. Like Larry has a good ground covering walk, but he's not really a horse like Penny. Penny had like a 9 free walk. She would drop her pole, her nose would come out, and she would have this amazing free walk, right? Not every horse is like that. Okay.
Right.
So like when you look, so like if I look at my dressage test, my last one, let me just find it because Of course, it's right next to me because I've been scouring over it. Okay. So the free walk basically says quality and regularity of walk with reach and ground cover, allowing complete freedom to stretch the neck forward and downward. Now, I have asked my dressage coach down here several times, and it's basically like, she kind of said it's not always like that. Some horses just don't drop their neck and reach their nose out, basically. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to think more like quality and regularity of the walk, so that she's not short stepping, she's not speeding up, she's not breaking into the trot, all of those things. I want you to just think about asking her to cover the ground, let her have complete freedom of the rein, and let her come out with her nose, but it might take time to get her to drop. And she may never be one that drops her pole down between her elbow and her knee. Okay.
Right.
And that might be where like you lose a half of a point. But if you have a good ground covering free walk, you're still going to score quite good on that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So now go ahead and shorten her up again. So now think into the walk, keep this rhythm in the walk. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. And then as you shorten up the rein, so now you're going to make almost like a 10-meter circle right here at C. And I want you to really like bring your head around and kind of push her off your inside leg a little bit. Sometimes that helps. Yeah, there. Now keep turning, because 10 meters is quite small, right? And then keep the walk. Come. Good. And then now start to shorten your reins and carry on in your medium walk.
There you go.
Yeah, a little bit rounder. Good. Now keep your lower back soft. If she were to jig, okay, and break into the trot, go into the trot, even if it's early. It's going to be a better score. If they're just going to say early transition, it's going to be a way better score than if she jigs and tightens her back. Okay?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Okay. So now a little bit rounder, a little outside rein. Easy. Keep your lower back soft. Good. Push her off the left leg. There. Now kind of get in there a little bit. Take a little outside rein. And work her down. There you go. Good. And then your trot.
Come on, you can walk. There.
Good. And then you're going to make your circle, and you're going to come down your quarter line and a little bit between quarter line and center line, and ask for your leg yield right towards the rail. I know you're not going all the way to the rail, but ask for a few steps off of that left leg.
Gotcha. Come on, trot.
Yep. Now think left leg comes back. Really get the haunches over. Come. Good. And then straighten her. Outside fingers closed and a little bit bigger trot. Come. Good. And then shoulder 4 left. You're going to make a 15-meter circle kind of on the middle of this long side. Left leg forward. Good. Now look around hard over your left shoulder. Keep the trot. Come. Good, Julia. And then shoulder 4 left.
Oh, come on.
Over. Yes, good. And then straighten her. So watch there that she doesn't come into the corner kind of in this half-ass shoulder 4, right? Yep.
Gotcha.
You want to make it very clear. Good. And then now think shoulder 4 as soon as she comes onto the rail. Left leg at the girth. Hold it. Now straighten her. Yes, better there. Now you get a very clear transition, right?
Gotcha, yeah.
Good. Change directions with her. So then push her off the left leg a little bit here. Soften left leg. Now push her off the right leg. Right leg forward here at the girth. And be like, yeah, come on, girl. Good. Now you're going to turn a little early and a little leg yield left. Good. And then right leg comes back and over. Yes, good. And then shoulder 4 right. Keep the activity. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Come on,
Shoulder
horse.
4 right, and then your 15-meter circle in the middle.
There you go. That's better.
Good girl. And then circle. Look hard over the right shoulder. Keep turning, keep turning, keep turning. Good. And now think right leg comes forward here. And then shoulder 4 right.
There, good girl.
There, good. And then straighten her. Come, 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 come. Good. Down your long side. Little leg yield again. After your pull. Right leg back. Little weight to the outside. Yes. Good.
Good mare.
Good. And then shoulder 4 right
Good
again.
job. Good
Good.
job.
Think one more. Make
Come on,
this
we're
really,
trotting.
really good.
Trotting. Go. There.
Yep. Good. And then shoulder 4 right. 15-meter circle. Look over that right shoulder. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Good. And then shoulder 4 right. And now think over, over, right leg, and straighten. Good. Good. And then down the long side. Now you're going to think out of the corner. After this pull, push her a little forward. Think over 1 and then forward. Yes.
There, good girl.
Good girl. Good.
Girl.
And then down your quarter line, leg yield to the rail. Keep this activity. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2,
There,
1,
much better.
1, 2. Good. There you go. Good girl.
All the way.
Good. Come, come, come. Good. And then you're going to change directions back to the left. Right leg on, right leg on, right leg on. Find your line. Soften right leg, left leg comes on. Come, come. Good girl.
Good mare. Good mare.
Good. And then your 15-meter circle at A. Now think left leg is a little forward. Outside leg back slightly to catch the haunches. Good. You're going to go around your arena. And then not this long side, but your next one, you're going to make your 10-meter half circle to center line. Give yourself some space. And then forward into your halt.
Okay. Good girl.
Good. So keep the activity. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now think it's 10 meters, so it comes quick. So left leg forward, looking over your left shoulder. Now eyes on the judge. Yeah, good job. And then into your halt. And yeah, square halt. Good girl.
Good girl, Sophie Mare.
Pat her and
Good
let her off.
girl. Yeah,
Super.
good job.
Really good there, right?
That was much better at the end, yeah.
Yeah, so
Good
you
girl.
gotta think like she's a little bit like Larry in the sense of like when I first kind of started doing dressage with him. I mean, granted, she has like more dressage training than he did, but still, I was kind of just letting him like putter around, and the trot almost
Yeah.
looked like half lame because they're not like using the hind end, right?
Yeah.
So you really have to think like it's a powerful trot. Like get her moving forward, keep your upper body tall, and it should be like that big ass trot that you had a few weeks ago where you were like, holy moly, that's like hard to stay with, right? It's got to be
sure.
like boom, boom, boom. Like make her push you up and forward out of the saddle. Okay.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Given that she was a little bit stiff, I was not unhappy with the left lead canter work today. I thought that was pretty good for like 2 big days of like canter work. That was a good effort on her part for sure. Right.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Definitely a little bit sticky in the shoulder 4 right, but I think you rode it really, really well. You got to think that in that shoulder in, you got to watch that your right leg isn't coming back to push the haunches over, because then it kind of becomes like a leg yield down the rail. It's not really a shoulder in, right? So your right leg almost has to be like quite forward, like almost at her shoulder, and has to be working almost a little harder than you think. Okay.
Yeah.
Because we have to get her bending through the middle of her body around that right leg to really like show a bend in any sort of shoulder in. Okay. Same thing. Like when you come in for the haunches in, it's not your outside leg like really. I mean, yes, your outside leg comes back and moves the haunches over a little bit, but you don't want to
Uh-huh.
feel that then you're just pushing her into this diagonal head to the wall leg yield, right? In that like
Right.
45-degree angle. So you just need to be like very clear with her that like, okay, my right leg isn't going to come back and push your haunches out. You've got to bend the front end of your body around my inside leg. Okay.
Gotcha.
So when you
Uh-huh.
practice those on your own, be
Cheater.
conscious about where that inside leg is at in whatever direction you're going. The shoulder
Mm-hmm.
for left is obviously much easier for her today.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Yeah.
can be a little bit less in that leg aid, but you're still like that inside leg actually does more work than you think in the shoulder in. Okay. Or
Uh-huh.
shoulder four even. But then like the trot that you had there at the end was quite good. Like there you actually
Yeah.
had her moving to where if she's stiff, the judge isn't going to kind of tilt their head and be like, is she a little off in the hind end? Or you know what I mean? Like you
Yeah,
want to
totally.
help her by getting her like pretty forward so that she actually can move her hips and everything behind the saddle. And it's a more ground covering active trot. Okay.
For sure.
Yeah. But quite good. Like she was a good girl. I wasn't
Yeah.
unhappy with any of that. I think you had to work a little bit more than you have in lessons previously, but maybe she's just a
Yeah,
little
that's
bit
good.
tired, and that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Uh-huh.
Um,
And it was
so
definitely like, again, like before when she would get like that, it was like, fuck, we're not getting anything done today because she's just
right.
shoulders
Yep.
through the floor. But yeah, like you said, like she still tried and was like, we're gonna give it our best bet. And
Yep.
she,
And
yeah, she worked
she
through it
picked
really
up the
well.
correct lead every time,
Yeah,
right? She didn't
yeah, that's
give you
big.
any like counter leads, so that was quite good. Because once
Hmm.
we can reliably say like, okay, she knows to pick up the left lead, she knows to pick up the right lead, and she gets stronger, then we're going to start playing with like some counter canter stuff again. Like we were kind of at the
Yeah,
end before her winter break, right? But
for sure.
she has to be confirmed in knowing how to hold that lead, because then
Yeah,
otherwise if she still is like leaning really really hard, she's just
yeah,
going to be like wheeling around the short end, and that's where the counter
for
canter
sure.
becomes challenging to hold through a corner or on a turn or something like that, right? Whereas
Hmm.
if you go down the rail in the counter lead, the rail kind of holds her up. But then she comes into the corner and she's like, oh God, I'm falling over my whatever, my lead shoulder, right?
Uh-huh.
Um,
Yeah.
so that's the little pieces that we're kind of trying to build her back up to so that we can reliably say, okay, pick up your left lead, make a 10-meter volte back to that rail you were just on and hold the counter lead. But we'll start again with like, come out of the corner, leg yield away from the rail, pick up the counter
Yeah.
lead, hold it, and come back to the trot before the short end. But the
Gotcha.
transitions have to be prompt, because
Yes.
this arena is a decent size, but if you use half of the long side just trying to get into the lead that you want, then you're
Right.
botching the whole point of the exercise, right?
Hmm.
But that was good. Very good job.
Yeah.
Nice
Yeah,
work,
yeah.
Lulu.
Good
Good.
job. Yeah,
Um,
she's definitely like, I worked today.
yeah, she did. She's tired. She's happy with herself though. She
Yeah.
looked good. She made a really good effort. So I'm super, super
Yes.
pleased with that, right?
Yeah.
So will she have tomorrow off then before our lesson on Wednesday? Or
She
are you
will,
gonna let
yeah.
okay.
I, yeah, I've got something tomorrow. Last day of volleyball, coaching volleyball.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Good. Get her
yeah,
done. Get her done.
yeah,
Actually, I think a break day will be good for her. So I think that's like
yeah, for sure.
good timing. And then let's see kind of how she comes out on Wednesday. And we're gonna keep working on like getting that better balance in the in the canter work. Okay. That's kind of my plan.
Cool.
What I will say is if you have time, go ahead and set out. I don't want them raised for the first time, but I want
Okay.
you to set up